Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde dead palate, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
Abysmii, legal question. I'm asking for some legal advice.
Then I can't answer.
You can and will, or else.
Is that a threat?
Yes. You have to answer under duress.
It's funny that you mention threats, because here's the thing. If you are on public transportation, state-funded public transportation, and you're in a confined space, you're feeling vulnerable, you're feeling like you can be attacked, and somebody comes up to you and sexually harasses you, can I pull out my concealed carry and mug them?
Yes.
Depends entirely on the concealed carry laws of the state.
Depends on the concealed carry, doesn't it?
Like that asks so many questions, like, and it would intersect so many different areas of public statutes.
Abysmii, you're missing a crucial part here.
What's that?
DP said, can I pull my concealed carry and mug them? Can you, under any circumstances, lawfully mug somebody, Abysmii?
I mean, you can citizens arrest somebody, so...
Really, what I'm asking for at that point is their cell phone and their wallet, and dignity.
I mean, if you had to... Could you make the argument of, I had to take all of their identifiable information so I could take it to the police and say, this is the person that I mugged to protect myself?
See, this is what I love about lawyers like Abysmii. They will find you. If you get a good lawyer... They will find a reason for you to be allowed to mug somebody.
Yeah. So, DP, I'm assuming this happened to you. Is that why you're asking? You either did this or had this done to you? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever in my life imagined dead palate on public transportation.
I've been drunk on public transportation. Point is,
wait, you don't automatically picture dead palate on a bus every time you think of him?
No. I just always imagine Chelsea, like, driving him and he's in, like, a booster seat.
It's terribly accurate.
He's got one of those sippy cups that can't spill.
Well, okay, so on the road to work, Chelsea and I work together. On the road to work, there is a bumpy road. And to be fair, if I had a sippy cup, I probably would have less spills.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I was considering this. Yeah. Like the idea of, it doesn't require that you have any women in your life in any way, but the idea of somebody like hitting on a person in a really uncomfortable way, sexually harassing somebody, it's just like, at that point, I think, legally, I don't know, but I think morally you're allowed to mug that person and humiliate them in front of other people.
I'm still concerned about where this premise has come from. Was it the premise of a porno you watched, or what's the deal here?
I just don't want people to be sexually harassed on public transit. I don't know. And I also think that
you just think it would be funny. You just think it would be funny.
I just think it would be funny if if somebody got mugged and pissed themselves.
Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a sexual harasser and instead they pulled out a gun and made him smell her feet? That would be so funny. It just would be embarrassing.
I saw some Twitter account, like a screen cap of a Twitter account, where some woman just like took off her top, and all of the normal comments of like, "Hey, nice boobs. Those are cool boobs. I want to see more of your boobs." And then somebody below that with like the name Sweater Lover 72 or whatever was just like, "I think it'd be cool if you put a sweater on."
God damn it! It'd just be funny.
I think it'd just be funny.
What if it was an ugly sweater and it was embarrassing?
That'd be crazy.
Like,
what if the sweater smelled like feet?
Yeah.
If it wasn't completely pathetic and cringy and desperate to leave comments on fucking porn videos, it would be interesting to just go around and just comment on things that have like nothing to do with the porn. Like, that's a nice car.
Yeah. That's
You're
true.
a good interior designer.
It
You
was a
can
nice
tell
car.
that-
Now it's ruined.
You can tell that Abysmii doesn't go through the comments.
I mean, like, occasionally I'll get a glimpse of them and I'm like, why are people commenting? Who does that? Why? What
I do love
possesses
it.
you to have conversations about these videos?
I love it whenever it's a video and it's just like a very, a well-established company, and you just see a comment of just like, hit me up in your DMs for dick pics. It's just like, bud, I don't know how to tell you this. This is some intern uploading this.
Yeah.
No one is going to do that.
God damn.
So, legal advice: you are allowed to conceal carry, mug somebody if they sexually harass you.
Right.
Your words, not mine.
Not in California, but in a cool state, you're allowed to.
If it happened in California, the assailant would be sued, the defendant would be sued, and the bus driver would probably be sued as well.
Damn. Hey, look out. It's those bullies from Cool State. It's a bunch of jocks, dude. Hey,
With,
we're from Cool
with-
State. You're at Nerd University.
They would have to have Letterman jackets, and on the back of the Letterman jacket would be a giant decal of a Cool Ranch Dorito.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. There should be like an asylum mockbuster where instead of Revenge of the Nerds, it's just like Uncool University. What the fuck? We are bullies. We do not like you. Uh-oh, it is the bullies. Fuck.
That'd be an we had all of that moral panic about, no, you're not allowed to empathize with the killer bullshit in the 80s with all of the slasher films. What if there was just a movie where people were bullies and it's just like, no, we just glorify them. Fuck you.
Friday the
I love
13th,
it.
but he's just a bully.
Yeah, exactly. It would be like Friday the 13th, except Jason would never show up. It would just continuously be the bullies. Just, haha, wouldn't it be crazy if somebody got revenge on me? Well, nobody will. I'll just keep pulling your underwear up over your head.
Yep, exactly. I'll just
Isn't that
keep doing
basically
that
Freaks
forever.
and Geeks?
What'd you say? It's Twin Peaks? Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Freaks and Geeks Twin Peaks crossover.
it's basically the premise of Twin Peaks.
That would be the most, like, mind-boggling fucking TV show ever.
I'm pulling your underwear up over your head. Anyway.
This means something, but you won't know.
We got to bring back David Lynch impressions. It's so easy and it's so fun.
For anybody out there all the Zoomers out there who don't know who David Lynch is, look up David Lynch on YouTube. I don't know. It's pretty simple. Why you gotta be told this?
Find his YouTube channel. He has YouTube. I think he has a YouTube channel.
I really didn't
I think
wanna...
it's all about transcendental meditation.
No, it's a drama channel. I didn't want to have to make this video, guys. I really didn't. But...
Can you believe what Onision just did?
just the thumbnail with him reacting on the side of the thumbnail. Oh.
That's what you don't get, is that Onision has been a David Lynch character this entire time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
Anyway. So,
welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. We're reading Fleming Storage Unit. Excellent transition.
Apropos of nothing.
Fleming Storage Unit number 36, excellent transition. That's the subtitle.
Fleming Storage Unit number 36, Secret Son, first draft, edit, second draft.
Ooh. All right,
Welcome
so
to TooSpooky.com.
which post do we go to? There's the bottom post, a bottom reply, which probably is the most recent version.
I would imagine so.
The most recent
let's-
version, by the way, is the sequel to Nerd University or whatever it was.
Yeah. The bottom
the
post
most
is, like, the best.
The most recent version is the person who was just born.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone laugh at it.
Haha, loser. Yeah,
Just
all the
smack
jocks.
the baby's ass.
All the jocks from Cool University are in the ward at the children's hospital, you know, or the children's ward at the hospital.
Just kick at the door. Ha ha. Virgin.
Virgins.
The baby comes out and they themselves steal the scissors and cut the umbilical cord and give the baby a swirly.
God damn it. What if, okay. Oh,
Double
shit.
draw Cool University.
Yeah, what if you
Or
had...
Cool State.
What if you had the plot of like one of those Revenge of the Nerds movies, but it all takes place with all characters in a terminal children's ward? So you've got the bullies who are like, they're all like ill with their little Letterman jackets. God damn it.
Jesus Christ. Slimebeast once again explaining how toddlers deserve the bullet too.
Yeah. My make-a-wish was to be a bully.
Such an antiquated bully voice.
They got me this Letterman jacket. They got me this switchblade.
That's just Victor Mandy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Let's.
This is by
Max Z92.
92.
Double definitely. You got to draw one of the cool State University kids from behind that way, and he's just pointing at his Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
I got up at about 9 a.m. and left the Super 8 I stayed at for the night. I got some free breakfast and headed up to the Fleming Storage Unit Center.
Boy, I tell you what, this is the first time a story has started with a timestamp and a hotel stamp. 9 a.m., Super 8.
I'm just imagining the very underpaid middle-aged woman at the front desk of the Super 8 just being like, "You here for the dead body Fleming units, huh?"
God damn it. And then this guy comes out of the back and he's like, "Yeah, and also I'm here, I'm a bully." Everybody's there, yeah.
Everybody, yeah. I guess cool State University or where the fuck it is could be in Haver, Montana. Sure,
yeah, that makes sense.
I arrived shortly before opening. They opened. Okay, it was about 9:50 a.m. on October 10th. I was there as early as I could be, so I could be done as soon as possible. After waiting 10 minutes, I went through the gates, nodded to the police officers, saluted them for their service, dropped down and did 10 push-ups, and brought the keys to Unit 36, not dyslexic, and opened it up.
Montana was colder than I had expected. It was a good 20 degrees warmer in Wattsburg, where I had been visiting my mom and dad, and over twice the temperature back in L.A. Oh, God, Californian.
It was far colder in Whataburger.
Yeah, exactly. They left the freezer open. I like the idea of Wattsburg, though, being like you arrive there and you're like, "Hey, I'm finally here in Wattsburg," and somebody goes, "What?"
What?
What?
Hey, I hated the cold. I moved to LA to get away from it and my family, but for some reason I was here in Haver, Montana, still doing whatever stupid job my mom wanted me to do on my dime because, Scott, honey, it's not like you don't have the money.
Damn.
She always had me running around doing errands for her while I was growing up, as if that's all I was good for most of the time. I didn't even know my mom had the stupid storage unit until she got an email while I was visiting and immediately sent me and my dad's black 1996 Dodge Ram 1500 Select with the trim to get whatever trash she left in it. Next thing I knew, I was driving the 26 hours to Haver. But you have the money, but you didn't just fly?
Why not? Why not drive? It's much more scenic.
Yeah, I guess.
All of the events of the Fleming Storage Unit happened pre-COVID, so I would get on a plane.
Yeah.
With one stop at a La Quinta in Minnesota for sleep, so I could get there before the place opened. I arrived late on the 9th and went to the nearest motel and went to sleep.
La Quinta, is that Spanish for Inspector Mumus or what?
No, it's just the Quinta.
God damn it.
It's the quintessential hotel.
Yeah, there you go. When I opened the storage unit, I saw a table with an envelope on it, a chair.
I am the table.
Yes. A chair and a broken child's skateboard. Oh, the poor broken child. Can you help me? No, did you fall off your skateboard? Yeah. Well, sucks to be you.
Shut up, virgin.
That's such a not okay thing to do. Just go around and call all 10-year-olds virgins.
I saw a table with an envelope on it, a chair, and a broken child's skateboard with the words "shred sled" across the deck that looked oddly familiar.
That is the most 90s thing I have heard all day.
Shred sled. It was snapped in 2 pieces, a nasty break, as though something very heavy had suddenly been pushed on top of it. I walked over to the table and noticed the envelope had my name on it. Okay.
It also had my name written on it in Sharpie.
Yeah. Inside was an invitation to the Squid Games. There's a reference. I emptied its contents onto the table and found it had a bunch of papers in it. On further inspection, some of the papers were actually parts of photos someone had taken scissors to, cutting out what looked like the same little boy, which looked like me when I was about 3 or 4 from what I could tell. There was also a folded piece of paper. On opening it, I read the first line.
I think that is an interesting setup so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does feel It does feel a little out of order. Like, I woke up at the hotel, and I was, going to the storage unit. You see, I had come from L.A. to go to the hotel. So when I got to the hotel, then I woke up and went to the store. Like, it could have, like, switched around a couple paragraphs to be a bit more chronological. But other than that, yeah, it's fine.
Abysmii is right. It's way out of order. He should have found the envelope, then left, and then gotten to the storage unit, and then saw the skateboard. And then he should have gotten up and met his parents.
For this Fleming Storage Unit, we're going to do a speed run and we're going to do a sequence break. First thing that you're going to do, if you come over here and clip through this wall, you're going to be able to get the envelope before you open the Fleming Storage Unit.
God damn it.
Or even go to we call this La Quinta skip.
Now, usually you can't access Wattsburg at this point.
What's the lowest number of item run you can do of Fleming Storage Units? And how long does it take? We're
going to do a cool university skip. This is the any % category. You have to understand that you got to do a whole lot of leveling to be able to deal with the bullies at cool university. You have to have the staff of righteousness. It just becomes, you need the nuclear bomb from Abysmii shelter from his storage unit. It gets to be a whole mess. So the game got broken open when we figured out how to skip that.
Did you guys ever see that animation, The Birth of a Speedrunner?
No.
Oh.
Sounds familiar, but no, I don't think I've seen it.
This mother in the delivery room with the doctor there. The kid is born. Kid jumps out and starts running, and there's like a little timer in the corner. And the mother is like, "What's that timer?" And the doctor says, "Oh God, he's a speedrunner." And then you just see the kid over drinking something and dying.
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He's a speedrunner.
Slimebeast just back at it with, children deserve to die.
Look,
hey, I didn't
babies
make the
need to
cartoon.
all be killed, is what Slimebeast is saying.
I didn't make the cartoon.
I just, funded it and shared everywhere I go.
Listen, I am all about funding the arts, okay?
Okay, well, we're going to get to the letter from Scott Cawthon's mother.
Yes.
Dear Scott, I need you to know I love you. Was as far as I got before deciding it was way too cold to keep reading this outside. So I closed up the storage unit and went to find a nearby place to warm up. So that the story doesn't progress too much by reading plot important details on this letter. I walked over to the plaza next door and went into the diner called
La Quinta.
Which is Spanish for Inspector Mumus.
Yep.
The name alone made me interested in checking out what was inside. I went inside and sat down at the bar. Very quickly, a waitress came up to me. Her name
She was a speedrunner. She threw a drink in my face and clipped through the wall in the T-pose. Sorry, good.
What will you have, sir? She asked. Her name tag was Lauren. What will you have, sir? Do you have hot chocolate? I asked her. No, sorry, she replied. We serve milkshakes here, you jackass. Why would it be hot? Do you want a hot milkshake, you fucking idiot? Who the fuck are you?
Damn it.
I drunk milkshakes in the freezing cold.
I inspected Moo. Yeah, exactly.
I was here when it used to read La Quinta Inn.
I cut out pictures of a small boy named Scott. What?
I thought you were going to say I cut out pictures of Spider-Man.
I cut out pictures. I want pictures of Spider-Man around my desk. That's what they should have done in No Way Home. Is had that dude as like alternate universe J. Jonah Jameson.
What they should have done is stop making Spider-Man movies. Because they're all boring.
How dare you?
Does J. Jonah Jameson ever say anything else? Like, he's like, give me pictures of Carnage.
God damn it. I don't know why I'm still doing the voice of the guy. I want pictures of Carrion, the Spider-Man villain nobody knows about that was used in the mid-90s for like 4 issues. What? You right, sir?
I want pictures of Aunt May.
Yeah.
Ooh, she does it for me.
Oh, boy.
She won't return my calls.
Why are
She's
we
dead,
making...
sir.
Oh, shit. When'd that happen?
I want access to Spider-Man's OnlyFans.
God damn it.
Could you make this... no, sorry. Could you make this mocha my sweet without any coffee in it? I'll have to ask Jim, she said, walking towards the back. As she walked away, I reached into my pocket and pulled out my Magnum cut pictures pieces, placing them on the counter in front of me. I examined them, wondering why they would be in the envelope with whatever this letter was. The harder I looked at them, the less they looked like me. I pulled out my phone and went to my mother's Facebook, looking for some old pictures of me she might have posted back when she actually used it. After scrolling... Man, I love that, like, not even boomers are using Facebook anymore.
And this was back in what year when this was written? 2017 or something? Huh?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I have made many mistakes in life, and this is the biggest one.
Brandon is old.
No, it's not. Well, yes, but the biggest mistake is just biting off more than I can chew. After scrolling through the few pages of photos, I found one that seemed to be around the same age. The caption for the picture was dated 1994, with a hashtag TBT on it as well.
Was that Throwback Thursday or something?
No.
Throwback Thursday, you fucking losers.
Tiny Boy Timmy. I don't know.
Tiny Boy Thursdays.
Tiny Boy Thursdays.
Tiny Boy Tuesdays.
God damn it.
Come on down to Trickle Johnson's P Warehouse.
No.
TBT.
No. God damn it.
Get all your manlets in a row.
Everybody at Trickle Johnson's P Warehouse is an adult. It's just if you have a tiny penis.
Oh, I see.
Tiny Boy Tuesday.
They have to. They really
20%
have
off
to.
all the micro penis.
There's like a lot of little small text on the sign outside clarifying exactly what it means. Now, when we say this, we don't actually mean this. We mean anyway.
So, Inspector Moo sells coffee, though, correct?
Inspector Moo sells cock.
Brandon.
Fuck it. What is it? My project?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Because, like, if they do sell coffee, I've yet to be to a coffee place that does not have hot chocolate as an option. But so it would be weird that they don't.
You have not gone to enough hipster coffee places, but I will say, and I'll tell you this.
I only go to hipster coffee places.
Well, they're obviously not hipster enough. You have to go to Ohio, where we have a deep, rich coffee culture, where we're not going to pollute it with any hot chocolate.
Deep, rich.
And I will tell you this. I am basically the Joe Biden of the Fleming Storage Unit. Like, I'm in the chair, but...
Does that mean Chelsea's really running things, or what? What's the deal?
Occasionally pass out and Chelsea has to moderate.
That's the secret, is Chelsea has been ghost moderating the Creepypasta subreddit the entire time.
That would explain its current state.
Oof.
I don't blame her, but she's got too much work on her hands.
All right.
Good news, Lauren said, returning. Jim said he can do that for you. Is there any reason hot chocolate isn't on the menu, I asked? This seems like a place that would have it. Thank you for addressing my question. I don't think so, she replied. Just kind of an oversight when the menu was made, I guess. I'll have to ask my gran about it. Guessing she owns the place?
No, why?
Yep. No, she just knows everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Can I get you anything else? Nah, I'm good, I replied. Well, I'll be around, she said. After she walked away, I picked up one of the picture fragments and held it close to the picture on my phone. Something wasn't quite right, but it was probably just the slight age difference that was causing the peculiarity between the two photos. I picked up a few of the other pieces and compared them as well, and they all seemed off in the same way. Perplexed, I set the photos down and texted my mom asking about it. Lauren came back with my drink and set it down next to me. I smiled and thanked her, and she went back to her work. I took a drink and accidentally burned my entire mouth, as I do every time I drink anything hot. My mouth is completely calcified on the inside. I can barely speak. Of course, once that's happened, there's no reason to try and drink it carefully, so I went on and took another drink as I picked up the letter to read it.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's what Abysmii does whenever he spills a little bit of drink on himself. He's just like, well, no need to drink carefully. Unscrews bottle.
Yeah.
Jumps on head.
Wrings out shirt over mouth.
It'll just like go onto his gills or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's doing it right now. He's not drinking carefully.
Yep. For the people in the know, I've had a cold, not the flu, not COVID, but the cold that everyone forgot about.
How long is he going to milk this, Dave?
For 2 weeks. You'd think I'd probably have stopped drinking, but joke's on you. NyQuil's 10% ABV, motherfucker.
Things an alcoholic knows.
All right.
Can that be the episode title? Is NyQuil has an ABV 10%?
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Where are we? January 5th?
Yep, at the letter.
All right, this is the letter. January 5, 1997. Dear Scott, I need you to know I love you more than anything. You will always be my little boy, and nothing can ever change that. Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
You're my little
not
boy.
my
That's
son.
who the fuck you are. Oh, I was going the other direction. I'm just like, who the fuck are you? My little boy. That's right. I love you.
Do you think that guy has a dog in his apartment in New York City, and he comes home and the dog's all excited to see him, and he goes, "Who the fuck is a good boy? Who the fuck?"
Who the fuck wants num-nums?
Who the fuck wants to go to the park and have walkies? Who the fuck wants to go? If you're reading this, that means I have decided to tell you the truth. I've been terrified of this forever, and this storage unit was the place where I hid it away. I have to tell you a story. A long time ago, there was a little boy named Scott Carnes. Scott Cawthon.
Yep.
Carnes, Cawthon, same thing.
No, this is Scott Cawthon. We're changing it.
Scott was very close to another little boy named Harrison Ellis, which will change to Matt Pat. For no reason. The two boys looked very similar, having the same eye color, haircut, and body structure. Matt Pat was an orphan and lived in a house not far from where Scott Cawthon lived. The two boys
would explain things.
Yeah. This is the ultimate
I
theory.
constantly crave attention.
This is the ultimate theory.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
It is.
The two boys would often play together in the park. Who wants to play in the park? One day, Scott Cawthon brought a skateboard to play in the park. Matt, Pat, and Scott both took turns playing around with the skateboard. On one of Scott Cawthon's turns, he accidentally rode the skateboard into the road and a car hit him. In the commotion, Scott Cawthon's mom took Matt Platt.
I got a Matt Platt in my back pocket.
Got a Matt Platt in my black placket. As a replacement, and said that he was the one who had been hit by the car. Okay, so the orphan lived in the house down the street with nobody, I guess?
Yeah, huh.
I mean, I'm not saying, they just said the other kid was hit by a car, so there could have been people, but I'm just like, what if, it would be interesting to know, at least.
I think it'd be interesting if we got Matt Pat and Scott Cawthon in the same place at the same time, and then asked them to lift up their shirts, and then right on their sides, opposite each other, is a giant scar, and it turns out that they were conjoined twins.
Well, the thing is, though, they might be standing on the wrong sides of each other, so the scars are on the outsides, and we'll be tricked. And be like, oh, no, they don't match up.
No.
They don't match up. Had to have been two other people.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy that they, kind of tilt in the same direction, but whatever.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Of course.
Of course. You aren't Scott in that story. Your real name is Harrison Harvey Ellis.
Matthew Patrick.
And you were born on January 6, 1989. Not September 18th, as you were told. I'm so sorry. I could never bring myself to tell you. I didn't want to face the fact that my Scott was dead. So I made sure he wasn't. You will always be my Scott. And that's why Scott Cawthon is pro-choice.
Mm-hmm. Is Scott Cawthon purple guy? Is he broken child skateboard guy?
In the canonical adoption option ending, you find out that...
Achievement unlocked.
You know what's funny is I know there's some shit about a kid, like security breach, FNAF security breach.
Yeah, the new kid on the block.
There's some shit in it about a kid being in the fucking place and, being friends with the animatronics or something. I don't know. So I'm like, the thing is, some of this may actually be legitimately similar to what's in that game.
Probably.
I mean, he's an orphan who doesn't have, I could just see that. I don't know.
Your father doesn't know. In fact, he's my second husband. I didn't come around and...
My first husband had a friend who was another husband, and he went into the street on a skateboard. And so I took the other husband home.
I don't think you can trust anything this woman says.
In fact, I'm not your real mother. Your mother was a friend of mine, and we had a skateboard.
It wasn't a skateboard either. I just made that. It was actually a bicycle.
God damn it.
And it's not actually in Haver.
In the 90s, skateboards were the thing, so that just became my story. I just retconned it a little bit.
And there's one more shoe to drop. This isn't the Montana that you know of. What?
Can we just start? It's like, I can't believe you lied to me. And the mom's like, Well, I like to think of it as a retroactive continuity change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your name is now Cassidy Cole or whatever the fuck.
God damn it. Sorry for the rape. He's named Cassidy now.
Yeah. What?
I can't deal with that. I appreciate it so much that every time Overwatch posts something on Twitter, the first response is, I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. I ain't going to forget about that sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And it gets 1 billion upvotes. It's great.
Ratioed.
Every time. It's so good. He didn't come around until about a year after Harrison died. That would have made him your stepfather. He wasn't your real father. Mm-hmm. Also, he wasn't your real father either.
Right.
Wait,
he's your stepfather.
I thought Scott died and Harrison became Scott.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't come around until a year after Harrison died, not
well,
Scott
it should
died.
be in quotation marks. It should be like a year after quote-unquote Harrison died. Like...
Okay.
Wink, nod, but...
Whatever. I never told you because I didn't want you to ask about what happened to your real father. I know.
It's going to be the same skateboard.
Turns out that this story is about a cursed skateboard.
The skateboard said shred sled on it. Oh wait, no, the pieces were in the wrong order. Why'd they write sled shred on it? That's weird.
It's basically the movie Rubber where there's a killer tire. It's just, the skateboard just... I never wanted to tell you this at all, but I know that you will eventually have to, and this is how I will do it. I will abdicate my responsibility to this letter. Mm-hmm. The storage unit is just for you because I know that I will never be capable of telling you myself because I'm a moral coward.
This letter is basically, you're not you, your dad's not your dad, lol.
You're the caveman, I'm the sheriff. I do like the idea, though, of a skateboard being like Christine.
Would it be like Christy?
Christy?
Christy, not Christine.
It's Christine, you fucking idiot. But anyway.
Who are we talking about?
The car?
But the skateboard would be Christy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. With a K. Yeah, I got you.
Idiot.
All right, so here's the thing. You know the movie Christine, DP? With the car that...
No.
Oh, shit. Stephen King story, Christine, about a guy who gets a car. It's like a classic car. He's a young guy. And the car is haunted. And sort of takes over his life, and he slowly becomes like a greaser, like from the era of the car. It's an interesting movie. I would suggest watching it, but
it's one of the better movie adaptations of Stephen King.
Right.
How does it compare to Cars?
Which one?
Cars 1.
I would say about 97%.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm in.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Anyway, haunted skateboard. You got a Zoomer, right? Zoomer is not interested in physical activity, wants to play on his phone all day, play Fortnite, all the typical trope shit. Parents force him to go outside and play and give him a skateboard that they got at a yard sale. Kid slowly starts turning into a radical 90s kid as he's skateboarding because it's haunted. Mom, that's bogus. Wait, where'd you learn that word? Honey grabs kid by the shoulders. Honey, who told you this word? Shakes child. Where did you hear this? Tell me.
Some dude, it was tubular. No.
He's just running around because Christine would run over people and shit, but instead the kid joins Antifa and just goes around hitting people with the skateboard.
Stealing people's grocery bags out of their hands.
Yeah, there you go.
Knocking over mailboxes.
Getting his bicep shot off.
Oh my god. All right, well. I mean, it was inevitability that we'd go there at some point.
That's
If you were wondering what happened to your real father, he divorced me after I took you in as my Scott Cawthon because he couldn't stand by me while I did this. I don't know where he is.
Took you in as my Scott Cawthon.
I don't know where he is or what happened, and I don't recommend you look for him. Scott Cawthon, honey, I just want to apologize to you for this. I can never have gone on without you. I had to take you as my son. Please don't hate me for this. Love, Mommy.
The company that does the FNAF games, I'm just picturing whoever replaces Scott, they send him a letter of approval saying, we've decided to take you on as our Scott Cawthon.
I mean, what else would you call that person? Director's not going to cut it, CEO's not going to cut it. You are Scott Cawthon. You have to assume the mantle.
Director won't cut it, creator won't cut it, Imagineer won't cut it. Nothing that has any sort of weight to it will cut it. You have to just call him Scott Cawthon, because he's not doing any of those things.
Well, can we get a robot to replace Scott Cawthon?
AI Dungeon, yeah.
We need a Scott Cawthon sort of animatronic, is what I'm saying.
There you go. Can we put his body in it?
Well,
that's his secret plan.
We can put his body into it, but it can go on autopilot, right? Mm-hmm. And we can also put him in it. It's a dual purpose.
Right.
It's like
and
it makes perfect sense.
What would the name be instead of Springtrap? What would it be? October Surprise? I don't know. What would it be?
Leaked political donations?
What the fuck? The new animatronic from the FNAF series, leaked political donations. What the shit?
That's real horror.
That would make sense because a leak allegedly caused Springtrap to go off.
There you go.
And maybe he's in the suit and the leaked political donations, all of the cancel culture just kills him in his own suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so everybody in the comments, let us know what the Springtrap with Scott Cawthon in it would be called.
Think of something funny, because we all blanked.
Yeah. I reread the letter several times, trying to make sure this was legitimate. It looked like my mom's handwriting, if that's even who she was.
I was trying to figure out if the letter was legitimate or if I was.
Right. Okay, so serious question though. I know that there's trauma and there's forgetting things because of trauma and all that, but if you're old enough to be skateboarding, wouldn't you remember? I mean,
it could be a skateboard baby.
Skateboard babies riding into the wall.
PTSD works in mysterious ways. Who knows?
I can imagine the commercial for baby skateboard. Your little toddler will be shredding it.
You just see a baby going up the half pipe and not coming back down, just into the air, off screen.
No, it'll say your baby will be shredding it, and then the baby goes up the half pipe, the skateboard goes flying off, and the baby shreds its knee on the fucking half pipe as it comes down.
Jesus Christ. And then someone runs in and shoots it. According to this letter, she was just some crazy child thief who took me from a different life. The odd thing was that all of it felt familiar to me, as if some part of me knew that this was true. I could kind of remember playing with a little boy who looked very similar to me. Then, I remembered the skateboard in the storage unit, broken in two, like it had been run over. And could you imagine just doing this to your kid, just as a joke? Breaking a skateboard and then putting this letter somewhere for them to find it.
Like, what? Okay, so the mother wanted to, hide all this and didn't want to tell him for the longest time. Why is she keeping evidence like that?
Broken in two like it had been run over, and I had this faint memory of watching myself being hit by a car. I went for another drink and found my cup empty. That other boy had drank it.
He was back.
I set it back down and picked up my phone to see if my quote-unquote mother had texted me back. The significance of what I had just discovered was starting to dawn on me. My entire family was effectively a lie. I sat there a moment. Not effectively.
It is.
I sat there for a moment, carefully controlling my breathing, going over it all in my mind once more. I found that I remembered a decent amount of what was described in the letter in some hazy capacity, a lot of which I could recall passing off as dreams.
Would he start just, questioning things that don't need to be questioned? He'd be like, I wonder if Linkin Park really is my favorite band, or is that Harrison's favorite band?
What if I really can fly off the roof and that one time was a fluke? Wait, what?
What if I'm really not a virgin?
There's this dude from Cool University sitting next to him, and he just looks at him and goes, "Whoa." Nods, yeah.
Dude.
That's a tough one, man.
That's tough.
I ask myself that every day.
Right, dude. There's being a virgin, and then there's not knowing if you're a virgin, and whoa. I don't know, man.
So I don't have a problem with this premise, but I feel like this got dropped on us without much buildup, and I can rationalize in my head this really gutting somebody, but
yeah, what you're saying is that this is when a story drops something on you unexpectedly with little to no setup or sugarcoating it, which I believe in the literary world is called dropping a skateboarding toddler on someone.
It's breaking your skateboard. I don't know.
Shredding the toddler.
Shredding the toddler. God damn it.
Shredding the baby in the bathwater.
I want a university professor. This is a lot of college talk. I want a university professor in literature to be explaining to his students about what shredding the toddler is in a story. Now you may know about shredding the toddler. Yes.
Canceled for offensive, outdated term. What? We were just talking about Hemingway. I don't understand.
I like the idea of what is it? Planned Parenthood is just like, listen, abortions are a very small portion of what it is that we do here and everything. And they're just getting questioned before Congress. And it's like, what is this earmarked here for a toddler shredder?
Damn it.
$25 million for Shred the Toddler initiative. Can you explain this?
Now, when I look at this this invoice for the industrial toddler shredder, I noticed that it specifically says 4 slots.
Well, it's like making toast. It's just more if you got multiple people eating toast, having the 4 slots is very helpful.
And where do you install this? Is this related to the expense here marked trapdoor?
No. Listen, trapdoor has nothing to do with it. It's more of a garbage chute, a toddler chute, if you will.
Welcome to the 5th annual toddler chute. God damn it!
See, everybody's on these dead baby jokes. You gotta find creative ways to fling toddlers. You gotta change it up.
Damn it.
What are we imagining the toddler shredder to just be like a room-sized wood chipper?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I was thinking.
I was picturing just a large paper shredder / toaster the size of a dumpster. Double patent that.
Quick. Okay. Here's the doubles draws for today. The back shot of so we can see the actual Letterman jacket, but someone from Cool University throwing the toddler into the toddler shredder.
It's saying "Get lost, virgin." God damn it!
We can't focus on this story.
No.
I don't think. I think what the story, the premise really doesn't bother me, but I feel like the way that it's written is kind of dry.
Yeah.
I don't get a whole lot of who the narrator is out of this. I understand their circumstance, but I feel like the big weakness of the story is characterization is just not there.
I don't mind that there's again, I don't mind this premise, but it would fall into the trope that so many of these stories has done, mine included, which is go unearth evidence, discover mystery, and resolve mystery. And this one is just like halfway through. Nope, here's the answer. Okay, where do you run with this? When, as DP said, we haven't built up our character. We don't have a lot of information yet, so it's just kind of plodding along.
Well, you have to realize though that if the character had been built up early, we would all immediately have known the twist because we would have been like, that sounds more like Harris than Scotty, you know?
Son of a bitch.
What?
Little Scotty, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so what is this now? Where are we and who is it?
I think it's Brandon at the waitress.
Oh, Brandon the waitress.
Ah.
Remember the Trickle Johnson penis? Anyway, the waitress. The waitress, the Trickle Johnson, who came by and peed in our cups. Anyway, the waitress came back to check on me, and I asked her if I could get another drink. She obliged and went back to cook my order.
God damn it! She ate chips.
Every time I fucked up. Ever since you said that, every time I fucked up, I have thought of I ate chips. That is when I'm struggling to read. That is so mentally where I am. It's just like what information is trying to be conveyed to me.
Rent free.
Why can't I read it? I ate chip. When she returned on a whim, I asked her to help me. So she's in the back. She's cooking up the milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need? She asked me. I handed her the letter. Does this seem plausible? I asked. I can't tell if this is real or not. She gave me a strange look and read over the document. Her eyes changed in emotion and intensity as she made her way through it.
Oh my God!
Hilarious.
She had emotions.
If this same exact thing happened to the waitress, I'm going to call foul.
Wait,
My
my name was Scott.
My name tag says Lauren, but that's not me. They just didn't have a name tag for me when I worked here. I know your pain. We're exactly the same. My name's Laura, not Lauren.
It's Lauren with an I instead of an N. It's an odd spelling, but...
Wait, it's Lauren with an I instead of an Lorelei? Lorelei?
Lorelei.
Laurel.
Oh, God.
And Harrison sounds like Hardy. This is bizarre, she said, as she finished. I don't think it has enough... She finished cooking my milkshake. I don't think it has enough information to be fully believable. Did you write this? She's critiquing. She's doing an ashcan critique of his mom's letter.
Oh, no, it's metatextual.
No, I replied, confused. It's a letter I found in my mom's storage unit addressed to me. She sat the letter down. It's probably best to ask your mom then, she replied. I'll be right back with your drink.
You might be his mom. You don't know.
Could be.
I like the idea that she's just walking away incredibly uncomfortable of just like, that's a weird thing to drop on a stranger, bud.
Yeah, You don't do that.
You really shredded the toddler on me here. You just dropped something on me I didn't expect. Oh my God, dude. It works so well as a term. Because when you say you're shredding the toddler, people are people are not expecting that, and you're dropping that term on them.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
It's on 2 levels.
Yeah. What does shredding the toddler mean? It means to say something that's unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, you go over to your family for dinner. It's just like, I really overcooked the turkey. It's dry. It's just like, that's right. Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, you really shredded the toddler on this one.
God damn it.
So, okay, everybody. Oh, it's past Christmas. We can't do that. I was going to tell everybody to go at Christmas. Just drop that term casually.
Next Christmas.
Next
Martin
Christmas. Luther King Day.
God damn it.
Oh, well, no, this will be past that too.
Yeah.
That Martin Luther King experience in Fortnite. Boy, the devs really shredded the toddler on that one.
Yeah.
Nobody expected that shit.
Then no one would have expected Morty. Then she walked away. Oh, I really shredded the toddler on this one, Morty.
God damn it. I'm trying to get it to stick. It's a phrase I came up with. Nobody's going to say that. Nobody. It's horrible.
I picked up my phone and called the woman I had called my mother. Would you do that? Would you, question your mother's motherhood at that point? I mean, that bitch raised you.
Yeah,
She
That would be weird.
She raised you by the back of your shirt into her minivan and drove away.
This is akin to just finding out you're adopted. It happens. It's not that it's not significant, but
it's just a surprise adoption.
Surprise.
That's why I advocate adopting somebody who has a different skin color than you. Then that conversation is just out in the open immediately.
Yeah.
Boom. Problem solved. Her phone rang for a minute and then went to voicemail.
DP going to adopt a child. Do you have any specifics you want? Yeah, not white. That's
Awful lot of honky children in here.
God damn it.
A lot of honkies. That's kind of cringe.
This adoption agency's kind of cringe. Things
hell.
Never said before to get you disqualified from adoption.
Not gonna lie, kind of cringe, bro.
Oh, boy. And, did any of the children stick out to you as someone you might be able to have in your home? I gotta be real. That little Joseph kid, kind of cringe.
Yeah. God damn it.
Listen, I'm trying to get the next esports pro out of this deal, and none of them just seem to have the hand-eye coordination to really be a Fortnite pro.
Look, well, okay, there's little Jimmy here. I don't know, what's his actions per minute? I don't see this written down in this dossier.
Bunch of hard-stuck gold kids. Sure, they all think they're plat, but no.
Oh my god. Do we even know that Valorant's going to be a thing by the time Billy comes of age? She probably just forgot her phone on the way home when she went out. I have to call my dad, or rather the person I call dad later. All of this had to be some weird joke or something. Even as I thought I knew something wasn't right about all this, something was strange about the correlation between the strange memories I had and what was described in the letter.
The strange letter.
When Lauren returned, I asked her for my check. I drank my drink, my mouth still numb from burning it on the first cup, and put the picture pieces and letter back into my pocket. My grandma says you're good, Lauren said on returning. No reason to make up a price for something not on the menu. Oh, okay. I chuckled. It felt weird. I placed a few dollars on the counter anyway. Thanks, I said, then asking, is there a place I can get a jacket around here? There's a place called Cavaliers in town that might have what you're looking for, she replied.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, is there somewhere I can get a jacket around here? I'll ask my gran why we don't sell jackets. Hold on.
He goes over to Cavaliers and Lauren's working there.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, I replied, again heading for the door. Thank you and good luck with whatever you have going on, she said. Thanks, I said for the third time, finally leaving. I checked the time. It was 12:30 p.m. I made my way to the truck and drove into town looking for that Cavalier's place. I found it on 3rd Street. I browsed the store's selection for a while before finally settling on one I liked.
What did it look like?
I don't know.
I found Cavaliers that was on 3rd Street. No, it's not. What are you talking about? Well, it was the 3rd Street I checked. That's not how it works.
After purchasing it, I went back to the storage unit. The cold was much more bearable with the jacket.
What kind of jacket is it?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too.
No, but we know what kind of jacket it is. It's a Cool Ranch Letterman jacket.
Oh, God damn it.
I see.
Welcome to Cool Ranch.
I sat back in the chair in the unit and just felt strange. I pulled the letter and photo fragments out of my pocket and placed them on the table. Then I got my phone and called the guy I knew was my dad. You knew? I knew as my dad. Sorry. Knew as my dad. The phone rang a few times before I got an answer.
All right. Scott, I can't talk right now. Who the hell is calling me? He said before I had a chance to speak. His voice was very urgent. I'll call you back later. Then he hung up. I glanced at the time, which read 1:25 p.m. I suddenly felt very tired. I closed up the storage unit and drove the truck back to the Super 8. I found my way to my room, which I had just consciously noticed was number 57. Oh. Yeah. I was so I was so fucking tired. I was so tired the night before, I wasn't sure how I even found my room. Once I got inside, I pulled the curtains, stripped down to my underwear, and fell asleep almost as soon as I laid down. I pulled the curtains, stripped my underwear, put on the curtains.
This will keep me warm in the winter.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be crazy if I passed out and stripped down to my underwear? Wouldn't that be silly?
That'd be so funny.
That'd be really funny if I did that. And then I took a picture of my butt. I awoke to my phone blasting, "Sorry, not sorry," and I promptly answered it because I hate that song. I set all my ringtones to songs I don't like, so I'm less likely to ignore calls. "Hello," I asked. "Who is it?" "It's me, Scott." The person on the line said, I'm calling you back." It was my dad, or whatever he was. I think
Some
at this
kind of
point
monster.
we get... The creature said, "I'm calling you back." At this point, I think we get it. We don't know if he's your dad or not. Like, I think we get it, Scott. I think we do. "Hey," I replied, "what's up?" I glanced over at the clock in the room. It read 4:18 p.m.
Red chips. Just flashing in red.
Eat chips. Consume chips.
Double draw an alarm clock with a digital display, and the digital display says chips, and then tweet it at Frito-Lay and say, "Look what time it is."
No, that's the setting on the baby shredder.
Oh God,
Chip
chips.
mode.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how you get baby chips. "Your mom is in the hospital," he said. "I think she accidentally took too much of her medication or something. I felt like I should have felt something like that, but I didn't feel a thing. This woman raised you, my dude."
Yeah.
I guess
Maybe she was terrible. Maybe she was abusive. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't. We
don't know anything. That's the problem.
We don't know. There's these are all just kind of pieces moving around. We don't get a whole lot of personality. Like the whole phone call, listening to songs you don't like thing is like the first real bit of personality we've gotten out of this guy. Of like, how that's a fun, quirky thing for a character to do.
All we know about his mom, other than like what the letter "quote unquote" revealed, is that she made him do chores a lot. Like that's it, which is okay.
So are we thinking that he's phone guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
And purple guy.
Hello. I can't talk right now. Your mother's in the hospital.
The animatronics, they put her in the hospital.
God damn it. They gave her too much of her medication. What?
I can't
Consume
decide.
pills.
I can't decide if I'm doing purple guy Obama or David Lynch. It's somewhere in the middle of these things.
Tell me that you wouldn't enjoy if you had a actually well put together horror game where it's a children's hospital that is fully automated.
Ooh.
And the things are like, time for your pills. Time for your pills. Time for your pills. No more pills. Time for more pills. Like,
I could see that.
Yeah. Anyway.
I thought you were going to say, tell me you wouldn't like, and then tell me that you wouldn't like a game with Obama as phone guy. It's like, oh, you know.
Why would you think that of all things?
I wouldn't mind Obama as phone guy. I think that'd be fine.
Hello?
Hello,
listen.
hello. If you like your pill plan, you can keep it. In fact, you're going to have to keep it.
Mr. Obama, it's called medical insurance. Pill plan, whatever.
I'm from Chicago. What do I know?
Now these animatronics, they walk around. Sometimes they just bomb people.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with it. I didn't sign off on those.
That's right.
It was just the animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. President, are you referring to drones as animatronics? They aren't the same thing, Mr. President. I think I know.
Mr. President, I come before you to speak for all the people without a voice. The people who are going about their everyday lives in countries overseas only to suddenly hear from out of nowhere right before their life ends. Just fucking Chica in the sky.
God damn
Now,
it.
can you imagine, like, because, like, people do use, like, loud sounds to, like, torture people and to conduct warfare. It's just, like, fucking FNAF screams all day. That would be horrible.
You're out with your buddies doing an arms deal in the back of a pickup truck. Bunch of AK-47s that you found left over somewhere. Buying, selling, wheeling, dealing out the black of night, and you just hear, up in the distance, you hear, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You're like, oh no.
Fuck, run!
We don't know how long we have. Anyway.
No, I want animatronic. You're just doing a night shift at Abu Ghraib.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, I said, do they think she'll be okay? I'm not sure, he replied. Hopefully. Oh, I replied, I have to tell you something. What's that? He asked. I explained to him what I had discovered in the storage unit. Huh, he replied once I'd finished. That's hard to believe, though the stepfather thing is true. Why didn't you tell me? I asked, suddenly very angry. Why did you keep that from me?
I was suddenly very angry and getting up from a chair. Wait.
Your mom said that she didn't want you trying to look for your real dad. And you just went along with that? You were little, he replied. I figured we'd tell you when you were older. But you didn't, I shot back. And I'm guessing this was why she didn't want me to know. Just the small skip away from this to that. Why are you getting so upset with me, he asked. I was just doing what your mother asked. I felt my anger slip a little, realizing it's misplaced.
It isn't really. Your father is a sentient being who can decide what he does or doesn't do. It's like, he decided not to tell you too,
Yeah.
Through adulthood.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't keep that from somebody, but also, I don't know about me. I do know about me. I don't know about you. Man, this dyslexia thing. I know about me. If my parents, like right now, popped into the room and were just like, by the way, you're adopted, I'd be like, whatever.
At this point in your life, yeah.
This point, like if you're an adult, you just don't. You wouldn't care.
Well, it's like I think a lot of people, and I'm not, I'm speaking for other people, so who knows? I think it's like the idea of not being allowed to decide for yourself if you care or not. Like, not even being given the option. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I would have wanted to meet this person. You don't know that type of shit, but I don't know.
Sorry, I replied. I'm just confused and frustrated as all. Didn't mean to yell at you, I sighed. It's all good, bud, he replied. I understand. This is all very strange. I didn't think that she was the kind of person to do something like this. I'm sure she didn't do it out of some kind of evil intention. But I could be someone else doing something else, living somewhere else. Yeah, you can what if literally anything at any time. I replied, there is a whole different life I could have led that I will never get to have because of her.
You were an orphan who...
yeah.
And I'm not saying that orphan is like a terrible life, like you were adopted or whatever, but leading into this...
you from being an orphan.
Leading into this, you were an orphan who was not missed by anybody who was snatched up. That nobody ever realized or looked into it or found anything out about what happened to you.
I could have been adopted by someone else who would have told me I was adopted the next day. Like, what else could have happened, really?
Like, when one kid is hit by a car and the mother says that the two kids are switched. There was no point where anybody said, wait a minute, we didn't dress our son in a Tigger t-shirt.
Yeah.
He was wearing Ninja Turtles. These aren't his shoes that we got him. What, like, like there was just nothing. It went off without a hitch.
She did what she felt she had to do in that moment, he replied. Are you defending her? Of course not, he responded. I'm just trying to rationalize why she did it. She stole a kid, I said. It doesn't matter why she did it. I can ask her when I see her tomorrow for you and let you know what. I don't even want to know how she'd justify it, I replied. In fact, I'm not even sure I want to talk to her again. Just ask her what she wants done with the stuff in this unit. Okay, I can do that. Thanks. He said, she really loves you. No, she loves Scott, I replied. She didn't say anything to that. He didn't say anything to that. Call me tomorrow once you know, I continued. Alrighty, he said. Will do. Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye, I said, hanging up the phone. Bye, Felicia. The clock read 5:30 p.m. Wow, it's a long phone call.
Yeah.
I sat on the hotel, not hospital. I sat on the hotel bed, not even thinking for a minute. Then I changed my ringtone because I was tired of hearing that garbage, and flipped on the TV, which I watched until I fell asleep. There was a late-night infomercial for Orphan Swap. I don't know. After another wonderful continental...
Orphanswap.com.
God damn it. No. Don't say it like that. Say it like I read. Orphanswap.com. Swap your orphan out for a new one. Put him out to work in the field. There we go. Jesus Christ.
I like the idea of our main character here explaining this story before Congress as a congressperson and just being like, and that is why I snuck the provision for the orphan shredder into the bill.
God damn it.
Look, you can swap your orphan or you can shred your orphan. It's your choice.
If you like your orphan, you can keep it. If you don't, we got a shredder.
Put it in the shredder.
Exactly.
Everyone talks about the death panels hidden in the ACA. No one talks about the orphan shredder.
Yeah.
The death panels are not a choice, but the orphan shredder is a choice.
People misunderstood entirely. The death panel is what you remove to clean out the orphan shredder. You just open the death panel.
It's like the thing at the bottom of the toaster. It's the thing at the bottom of the toaster that collects all the crumbs.
God damn it!
It just has all the shredded orphan bits.
Yeah, we got a real large toddler here, real husky one. Here, press the bagel setting. Wait, what? What? Why is this marked bagel? What the? After another wonderful continental breakfast the next morning, I went back up to storage unit 36 as soon as the place opened, pulling the truck up this time, and sat on the chair in the unit, setting the picture pieces, letter, and my phone on the table. It was even colder than yesterday, but I didn't really care now that I had a jacket.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
cold, cool. But a lot of this is kind of distractingly matter of fact and blunt.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is when I was telling people to write these stories, I gave them the instruction that mundane is what we're going for, But, like, you're pointing out the exact problem with me not directing people more closely. Mundane means, like, you know, there are, you have to have stuff that's pertinent.
Yeah.
Not stuff that's just like, it was cold. There needs to be something more substantial.
Right. Yeah. I just waited for a call from my quote-unquote father to let me know what was going on. I was pissed, cold, confused, pissed on, and cold piss. I was confused about where the piss came from. I was pissed, cold, confused, and in a town I'd never even heard of, and I really just wanted to go home. I found myself staring at the picture fragments and skimming through the letter, still not understanding why, and not particularly wanting to. Right.
So it is important. The next Fleming Storage Unit that we're going to read is 39, and so we're skipping 37 and 38, and I just want to explain why. The rules were very explicit that it was 1 unit per author, and one person tried to hog both units, and their reasoning for this was, hey, I want to knock out the middle and then put an orphan shredder in there because it's not going to fit in one.
Of course.
And I couldn't permiss that, and I didn't understand what an orphan shredder was at the time.
Yeah.
But now I understand that was probably a tie-in to this story.
He couldn't permiss that, but, you know, usually DP is very promiscuous, so...
I thought you were going to say very permissive of orphan shredders.
God damn it.
Well, we know
very
that.
Listen, nobody get confused, okay? Let's make this a public service announcement. We're very pro orphan shredder.
I'm a pro orphan shredder. And the new Overwatch League champion, Orphan Shredder 42.
I wonder how many times it has happened that, like, somebody just gets to the absolute pinnacle of esports in their particular game, and then they just have a name like Orphan Shredder 420. And, like, what do you do with that?
Is there a rule? I'm sure there is, like, conduct and appearance in these things that are televised and have advertisers and shit. Like, you can't put Orphan Shredder.
They flipped out on XQC because he didn't wear shoes.
All right, so there's like this boardroom of people at like Blizzard where they're like talking about the Overwatch League, and they say, all right, we're going to bring our top player in. Who's the top player? Let's see here. P-Dolph Schittler. P-E-E Dolph, and then Schittler. They say, well, I don't know, just change it. I don't know, it's Gazebo. He's Gazebo now.
Maybe that's what happens with all the Korean players who have names that just don't make any sense. It's just like, our man, grocery store. That's really what you went with? Of all the English words, you didn't go with, like, execute. You're just like...
I don't know, man. I would be voting for a grocery store in the LCS.
Well, no. Grocery store, they're from South Korea, not North Korea.
Yeah, because there's no grocery stores.
There's no grocery stores in North Korea.
The new upcoming prodigy from the Asian Overwatch League market, or whatever the fuck. We've got Missed Call. Like, you just took something out of your pocket and looked for a name. What the fuck?
Office Chair is really a rising star this month.
Who do you think will be MVP this year? Glass of water or second glass of water? I like Notepad myself.
Oh, fuck.
Wait a minute. No, wait. It's Blizzard. Okay. Who do you think will be MVP this year? Well, I like new secretary with large boobs. God damn it.
Waiting for you to do that.
My phone rang. This time, a horrendous string of phrases Gucci Gang repeated an obnoxious amount of times. Just before I lost myself in thought.
So once
I picked
or
up
more.
my phone and answered it. Yeah. Hearing Gucci Gang once is plenty. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hey, Scott, he answered. Hi, I replied. Hey, he said. How you doing? I'm fine. What does she need me to do with this stuff? I'm never going to ask. He said.
I'm never going to ask. Fuck you. Click. Piece of shit. Later, not Scott. Click.
You're actually not my son, so I don't fucking care. Bye.
You're doubly not my son.
Yeah.
What if they just like changed on a dime? It's like, are you really my parents? It's like, lol, no. Anyway, never see you again, you fucking nerd.
They put on their Letterman jackets.
My version, click.
Fuck. I never got to ask, he said. She was gone before I could come in this morning.
What? Okay.
I noticed how close his voice was to breaking. While I felt nothing at the news, I almost felt guilty about it.
You remember, I forget which one it was, but similar Fleming Storage Unit about a guy who goes to his dad's unit and like his dad was in the military or something and like maybe like was in some like involved in torture or whatever. Yeah. And he just like didn't care about his dad and was just incredibly like antagonistic to him. This is kind of like this, but just utterly, I don't feel anything about anything. And because our protag doesn't, I kind of can't. So none of the supposed horror or tragedy is really having any effect.
Well, you have to wait for the twist.
I think... You done coughing?
No.
You Scott Cawthon? I think...
Welcome to the Fear Fiction Copcast.
I think that we could have a story where it is kind of nihilistic like that, where the character doesn't care and they're kind of not invested. If we got a personality out of the main character and out of some of the secondary characters as well.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a good twist ending for this, which I don't think will happen, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything. You have the guy talk about all of this happening, right? And you say, you know, that he distances himself from the stepfather and doesn't talk to him for years, right? Stepfather eventually passes away, right? And the reason the person is bringing this up and writing the story is that they eventually looked into who this other kid was.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that he originally was, you know, the person he actually is, and found out that his stepfather was the father of that kid. And so the mother took the kid and married the father of the kid and replaced him with his father who had given him up for adoption without him even knowing. That would be like the ultimate complexity. My God, she's a mastermind.
And what if the kid didn't die and this was all just an elaborate prank?
Yeah. Ah, the surprise adopter.
What do you want done with it then? I asked. You keep it, he replied. And the truck too. I don't think I'll need it anymore. All right, I replied, then asking, are you okay? I'll be fine, he responded. You know, I checked her pill case and all the pills for the week were gone, even though I definitely filled them on Sunday. So you think I asked. I don't think she wanted you to be upset with her, she interrupted. Probably thought it'd be better if she just didn't see what came of it. Well, I am upset with her, I replied coldly, and I wish she were around to be upset at. Don't hold it against her, Scott, he replied, then adding, so, am I going to see you again, bud? I fidgeted a little, not sure what to say, and then he continued, it's okay if you don't want to.
Okay, cool. Realistic dad. Realistic stepdad.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd like to see you again. It'd be cool and all, but if you don't want to, that's alright as well.
Yeah.
I'm largely indifferent, honestly.
Oh, largely indifferent.
Oh. I'm fat. Or am I? He's largely indifferent. Okay, good.
I'm not really sure, I replied.
Largely indifferent, different and largely.
I don't even know who I am anymore, and I need to figure out that. I need to figure that out first. Maybe then. Well, I guess I'll see you when I see you, he said, and then hung up.
Yes.
Jesus.
That is, I give the story credit for a realistic stepdad.
I got it from the chair and angry.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you did it, yeah. Thank you, Elias, for fixing that in post.
I exited the storage unit and got into the driver's seat of the truck, throwing the envelope into the passenger seat. I checked the center console and found a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. I tossed the cigarettes on the dashboard and then picked up the lighter, thinking over it. What was this strange device? I don't know. I flicked it on.
Ow, I hurt myself somehow with some sort of fire-like thing?
I burned my mouth because I put the lighter in there.
Oh, burn mouth. Sorry.
He just burns his mouth on everything.
Yep. I flicked it on, not particularly expecting it to light, and was surprised. It's a lighter, and was surprised by the small flame. Appeared above the silver metal of that capped the green plastic. Fuck that sentence. I'm done. It's a lighter. It turned on.
Something about the fire was compelling to me. I became an arsonist from that point forward. Perhaps I always was one when I was a child.
I burned down my stepdad.
Damn it. No, I'm indifferent about this. Something about the fire was compelling to me. It was a sort of emotional outburst that was primal and dangerous, yet I held it in my hand and I controlled it. I let it go and then flicked it back on, with a sudden purpose for the flame. I opened the glove box, tossed its contents onto the floor, then picked up the envelope and held it over the small fire until it caught. I put the lighter back into the console and held the envelope for a moment, watching the flames eat the paper, before tossing it in the glove box to watch it burn the rest of the way, leaving a black mark on the plastic.
Before tossing it into my mouth and then burning my mouth again.
Double, draw the draw the Batman villain Burn Mouth and tweet it to the makers of the Batman and say, do you have time to add this into your movie?
I think we need a villain, a subplot here.
Yeah. And use like emojis of like a shy face with the two fingers touching each other. Like, do you have time to add this into your movie? Please. Then I closed.
This is how Burnmouth talks.
Yeah, I'm Burnmouth. Hi. Hey, this is my tour de force performance. Hello.
You'll never catch me, Batman. What? I can't understand what you're saying. Oh, you're gonna drink that?
Damn it. Then I closed the glove box and sat there staring into the storage unit. Okay. Where are we going to find Burnmouth? I don't understand. The Tea Festival. What the fuck? Every villain. There's a festival for every fucking villain.
There's Gotham? Yeah.
Yeah.
The microwave convention.
God damn it.
He got the coffee right out of the pot and then poured himself a mug and then put it into the microwave, the maniac.
I've never seen such despicable villainy.
Master Wayne, some people just want to watch their mouths burn.
No, it's you, Alfred. You're Burnmouth.
I never wanted to tell you this.
I never wanted to tell you this.
God damn it.
He just pours hot coffee into his mouth. Menacingly.
God damn it.
After a few minutes, I pulled the truck into the storage unit and closed it and locked it, and then the cab came to the Highline taxi, and I waited out front for the Fleming Storage Unit place to arrive for it, just noticing how cold it was again.
Essentially.
I could not wait till the back of the Californian sun, regardless of how much I knew I'd hate it after a while. The cab took 5 miles to the Hoover Airport, where I caught the nearest flight back to Law. The first thing I did after getting back home was begin process to change name Harrison.
The origin story of Harrison Ford. Isn't that the type of truck he was in, a Ford?
He was an animatronic.
Yeah. Is this, which animatronic was he?
Blade Runner.
Oh.
It was all of the... It was all of them.
I like in that new Blade Runner movie with Ryan Gosling, I like when Harrison Ford shows up in the movie and he says, "Hey, it's me, Blade Runner."
Wait, you were the Blade Runner? I was the Blade Runner.
I'm the real Blade Runner. You're not.
I'd be okay with that. Like, I'd be perfectly fine if that was in the movie.
They should do that with him in every movie. Like Star Wars, they should make another Star Wars movie. I don't care that he died in canon. Just have him show up and say, "Hey, it's me, Star Wars."
I'm the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, no, Harrison Ford should just be like, "I'm the Blade Runner." And then Ryan Gosling should be like, "I'm Ryan Gosling."
Yeah, exactly.
I just say that back and forth for an hour and a half.
Rex
hey,
Shepard.
Hey, Blade Runner, can you hand me that torch? Can you pass that torch to me? No. Get out of here.
Get out of here, kid.
Fuck off. I'll Blade Run you.
Harrison Ford just has a part in every movie just saying, "No, get out of here, kid."
Make way for the Blade Runner.
I'll come back for the next Indiana Jones movie, but what I want to do is I just want to have somebody come to my door and I just close it without a word, and that's my only scene in the movie.
Pay me $20 million.
I want him to at some point in the movie just like pull the slide back on a gun, and he's just like, "I guess the blades are going to run again."
God damn it!
Then Blade shows up. What'd you say?
It's
some
motherfuckers just want to Blade run uphill.
God damn it! Michael Keaton is Batman again. Okay, anyway, I don't know. Whatever.
Welcome to the Batterverse.
The Batterverse. Batterverse. Whoa. Everybody's sliding around. Ooh, whoa. The Batterverse. Oh, this is so stupid.
That's how we end the episode, fuck.
With the Batterverse?
Yes. Let's go out on a whimper. Fuck it.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey, Ritual Heads. Alan Ritual. This is Alan Ritual back with a quick and easy ritual you can do at sleepovers with good friends. This is everything you need to know to do the Bloody Mary British lady ghost shows you your future husband or Grim Reaper ritual. This is a good way to see the face of your future husband, or if you won't marry a husband, it just shows you the next man you marry, which is death. So don't worry if you want to marry a wife. Grim Reaper can't hurt you yet. So you're just gonna need a lit candle. It can be any kind of candle, a Yankee candle, a candle from Target. Then you, in your other hand, you take a mirror that a mirror that you'll hold up for your makeup, to do makeup. Then you're just going to want to find steps in a house, stairs in a house anywhere. This is my streamer house I found somewhere. Then backwards, you're gonna walk up the steps backwards. Uh-oh. And then you look in the mirror. Skeleton. Grim Reaper mirror. That's just because I'm going to marry a wife. So, remember to like.
Oh no, Alan. I'm not the Grim Reaper. I'm your future bony husband.
Uh-oh.
Come here and kiss me, Alan.
No.
You're trapped in this haunted house. We're going to make a haunted home.
Scary skeleton.
Matrimonia's bone zone.
I don't like bone men.
You know, Alan, gay satanic boner marriage is a ritual too.
Tuck and roll.
Sir. Harold, you bone-based bone-mancer, why do you always do this? You come on strong and you drive the cute ones away. Oh well, he was too young for me anyway. You're not young anymore, Harold P. Baconmeister. You're almost 437 years old. It's time to settle down with a gay skeleton your own age. That young man accidentally set this house that binds my soul to earth on fire, didn't he? Well, at least I won't live long enough to see myself get #MeToo'd, because that was going to happen at some point. I truly was a terrible person. See you in hell, Satan. Honey, I'm Bones.
Smiling Friends. We've talked about it in the past. It officially got greenlit, and it's out.
I don't know. It seems like a lost cause.
On fucking cable, and I can't get it perfectly legal anywhere else. So that pisses me off. But
what the fuck? It's literally, you could just watch it online. Jesus Christ.
Have you tried Googling for cartoon watch?
Have you tried stealing?
What is this? Episode 7?
I haven't tried the perfectly legal methods yet, because I want to watch it with people. But I will probably look into those perfectly legal methods very soon.
Well, the creators of the show, Zach Pebbles and British guy.
Zach Pebbles.
Yeah, Zach Pebbles and British guy have supposedly said that they are okay with people watching it illegally, like they don't care. So the only question is, does Adult Swim care?
Yeah, no, like that's like Who was it? I forget the artists were like, I don't really mind that people are like, torrenting my stuff. I don't care. But the label does.
Yeah.
The myth of consent. I consent. I consent. Does Adult Swim consent?
Little consenty. Fuck.
Hey, may I ask you a question?
God damn it.
Smiling Prince is good, though.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
The fucking Desmond episode pilot is fucking incredible. I haven't watched the rest of it
I
yet,
will
though.
say, none of it matches up to the first episode, but that's like a very high bar they set.
Yeah. I do remember a podcast where Zach Hadel said, like, we put everything into that pilot because we had no promise that it was ever going to go anywhere.
Right.
So I don't blame them.
Them just going into the crawl space, and it's just like, you could knock?
Yeah.
Maybe, huh?
Maybe knock before entering someone's workspace. Like, what?
Yeah, no, see ya.
Yeah,
Okay,
bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
But I will say that I do like Jeremy. For anybody who watches the show, watch for Jeremy. He's the best character.
Well, when Jeremy shows up, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to be looking somewhere else.
Oh, well, that's... all right. You're just going to miss the best part. But,
DP's looking into his bag of chips.
Bag of chips. DP, what do you think of Lay's potato chips? I ate chips. That's right, you heard it, folks. It's a fucking commercial.